Attın işte dengiriz tettik dizem Uhtol butumun kullulsan eytik izem Mung dengirin ilç Hammogı muğlin etsin İh Cengiz Sallıdım mırrı son Tüydülgik tüycek zerlik sanırdı son Muhtekirin ilç Hıhmıngılin etsin İh Cengiz damlar Dövdün giydi üceklerlik sanlardı Muhtengirin ilk Şohmangalin ettin İlk Cüngüz
Alright, let's do a quick sound check, see if I sound good. Like it? Alright. Hello there. Been a while. For those of you who are newer to the game or maybe don't subscribe to my stream for some reason, my name is Oscar, or Dirty Deeds on Discord. And I used to stream quite a bit a couple of years ago. And now that we have some new cards, I felt like we needed a new stream again. So here we are, and this stream is quite ad hoc. I have read the article, I have looked at the cards, I have some cool thoughts on them. I think they're good overall, but I haven't prepared anything else like usual. So let's get into it. Called an art release, but it's a bit more than that. It's all it's 9 cards. It's 1 for each clan and 2 neutral cards, which is very cool. It's been a long time since we had spoilers, so really nice to go off with a bang here. 9 cards. It looks like Siri has joined the team. Really cool. Swedish-Brazilian player. Open player, so... I ban this? How do I ban people? Oh. Wanna... Work? Hey, let's go. I know how to do stream. Okay, so let's get back into it. When clans touch landfall, the voyage is over. What legends will be written when I unveil these ancient secrets? Ooh, spooky. 72 new cards, that's insane. 72. What's that in terms of like comparing to the not called boosters, the cycle packs from back in the day when FFG had a game. That was like maybe 9 cards in one of those, 9 unique, 15. It's like a bunch of those. What are they called? It's been such a long time. Oh well, 72 cards. That's a whole lot of cards. That's awesome. So let's get into it. First up is Relentless Glory Seeker. Relentless Glory Seeker is a 2-fate 3-2 Bushi Berserker with reaction. During the conflict phase, after this character leaves play, if it is in your discard pile, put it into play at home. Next time this run that this character would leave play, remove it from the game instead. This round, okay. So an extra life for a lion character. Yeah, my first thought, and as they say here, HMT Lion. One of the troubles with HMT Lion is they are quite bad at swarming and keeping up the characters, keeping up enough characters to sacrifice to their stronghold. But this is looks like quite a nice character for them to use that. And HMT Lion hasn't seen that much play, as far as I've seen. I've been gone for over a year. Historically, it hasn't been the most popular Lion stronghold. So let's see if Ancient Secrets maybe changes that. More aggressive Lion cards. That line is fine. 3 dash and 2 glory. So could be quite snowballing in both ways. But yeah, looks good. See what I'll say. Bravery, blah blah blah, line stuff. What is bravery? Story awaits. Line again, the Glory Seekers ready to embrace death. Yeah, combos with embrace death. That's right, the zero cost event where the Death Seeker event. Yeah, that's cool. And assassination, of course. What other combos are? Sacrifice a character. Like there's the Daidoji cards. Oops, sorry. Like Masashigi's Sacrifice. There's of course, it's not called the Crab event where you sacrifice a character and ready another character. By any means? All that? I don't remember. I used to be so good at cards. Alas. Yep, looks like a decent enough two-coster. Not the biggest bomb, of course, but seems okay enough. Right, let's go on to Crab, it looks like. Those who return for Carnage. We have Bloodthirsty Onryo. 2 Fate, 1/1/0, Spirit Haunted Obstacle. Right? Void Roll only and Corrupted, so it's a 3/3 essentially. Corrupted means that it gets +2/+2, and you have to pay 1 honor to commit it to attack or defense. When this character would leave play, remove it from the game instead. Okay. So some anti-recursion, infinite recursion stuff. Total Warfare, yeah, sure. I play Total Warfare, so when I lose the conflict, so I can sacrifice my character, make it go home unbowed. Yeah, most convoluted way to ready a character, but sure, works. Alright, back to Onryo. Action, sacrifice a character. Put this character into play at home from a dynasty, discard pile, or province. Okay, so you see it as a sacrifice payoff, and it's also a semi-ready for weaker crab characters. Pretty cool. It could work quite nicely for swarmy crab, all the low costers. Where you maybe poke with the KO Envoy, and then you sacrifice the Envoy, draw a card, get a Fate, and you get the 3/3 as well. This could probably see play. You'd probably never buy it as is. So 2-cost 3/3. Because it doesn't do anything else really. Yeah, you could see it as a free Tessen sorts for unfated characters. Void Roll only is a bit of a restriction, but I think Crab plays a lot of Void Roll. At least some builds used to. We also have some discussion about the obstacle trait. In Ancient Secrets, each clan... Sorry. receives one obstacle card, affecting some challenges that they might face as a result of where they chose to settle. Okay. That's cool. Crab chose the Ashen Flames. And they will find a lot of haunted Omnius apparently in the Ashen Flames. Hope the Cooney have someone who can handle that. Someone. Oh, so we're getting some Cooney maybe. That's cool. That's Crab Shigenya is. They have Shigenyas. They exist, but yeah. What are they even called? I know the 4-cost 3-1 or 3-cost 3-1 that is Apprentice Earthcaller. Is that the one that sets someone's strength? I don't remember, but they're pretty cool, so maybe we'll see some more Uni support. And those who refuse to leave. And next up is Jealous Ancestor. First neutral card, 1 Fate, 2/0/0 Haunted Spirit. And it reads a lot of text. No attachments except spell or spirit. You may play this character as an attachment with the abilities immune to events. Attached character gains haunted, while attached character is participating in a conflict, the controller cannot add cards to their hand. Apply their card effects unless the Void Ring is in the claim pool. And it's a conflict character. It's important to note here, so you play it from your hand. Either as a character or as an attachment. Preferably on your opponent, I'd assume. Yeah, as they say, can be played as a simple conflict character bringing enough threat to start conflicts. A 1-cost 2/0, as we have seen with Unicorns, Shinju Ambusher is well enough for a conflict character to start causing some problems. And so it stops card draw, it stops card selection, stuff like I'm really bad with card names now. The Tactical Ingenuity, it stops Spoils of War. It even stops Spoils of War in the conflict, in the Void conflict. Yeah, so you need to win Void first. Stops. It stops all the Monk stuff, Hurricane Punch, the Keyhose. Yeah, seems like quite a cool tech piece. For sure. I could imagine seeing Crane playing this outside of dueling because they don't draw that many cards. Oh, it's not symmetric, so I could see it being useful against Dragon, Unicorn, Crab maybe? Maybe not. Basically only Kai Envoy and Funeral Pyre, but maybe still. Yeah, it has a lot of targets actually. This could definitely see play. Nice art by Carlos Diaz. Oh, and we see here, yeah. Can stop Adult Shadows as well. You can't return cards. And Ancestral Recoveries. Oh yeah. And it is immune to events and no let go, so this will stick around forever. It's your ancestor. Roll. Next up is Rain. Not all spirits are evil, some are wild. Storm from Sakaku. The holding, our first holding. It's a +0 holding with spirit rate. So the holding are the spirits. Interesting. During conflicts at this province, while this province is unbroken, cancel all ring effects. Whoa. Pilgrimage on a stick. Spirit stick, not a stick, because a holding... Spirits are the holding and they're not sticks. Moving on. Action. Choose a non-stronghold province you control, move this card to that province. Then discard each other holding in that province. They chose the Forest of Rustling Whispers. Seems like there are a lot of crazy spirits there, so... It is symmetrical, going with the crane theme of symmetrical cards. Stops all ring effects. All this promise is unbroken. Okay. And you can move it to broken promises as well. It's got each other holding in that province, so it moves up on top of characters, not on top of holdings. You can't stack them on top of each other. That's pretty cool. Nice balance there. As for power level, seems quite defensive. You don't want to go first with this. At least you want to. I'm guessing the play pattern is like you pass. If you're first player, you pass your first conflict, and you take the defense and force your opponent to commit to breaking quite a lot, and then you decide, okay, am I gonna attack again, and then let the holding break, or I'm gonna move it to another province and keep defending. Quite a defensive card for Crane. This one is hard to evaluate because it also stops, as I said, your own rings. I'm gonna be interesting to see what the Crane cook up with this. Not sure how to feel about it yet. See what they say here. Yeah, opponent is facing intending to break whatever they're attacking or give up any rings. Might fit the guerrilla tactics of the Daidoji. Ooh, so we might be getting some Crane ninjas. Shinobi. That's cool. Next up is the purple one. Akaku's only at that province. During conflicts at this province. Okay. That changes a lot, quite a lot, yeah. Thank you, Siri. Yeah, so then the play pattern becomes instead your opponent attacks, and then you decide if you want to move Sakaku to the province that's being attacked, picking it, which means that the opponent can attack holdings, make the decision more difficult. Interesting. Yeah, I could definitely see some interesting mind games with this, for sure. Alright. Move on to Unicorn. We get our first landing spot. And we of course get a cycle of 7 provinces, each one clan gets 1. And this is the Obsidian Caves by Jeremy Moran. The 4 strength Earth province. It has conflict action at this province. The attacking player chooses a character they control, send it home. Okay, so only at this province, and the attacking player chooses a character, so it's out of your control, and you send it home. Comparatively to other Earth provinces, this feels bitter on the lower end because Earth provinces are kind of the best right now, I'd say. But it does mean that your opponent has to maybe overcommit to an attack. Putting in more characters, like it hosts towers. Towers need to play more characters to get their big dude into play, but the end result of it is just that the tower is still attacking because it's only its opponent's choice. It's pretty cool with East Wind, where you can use it on attack as well, poking, and then use the East Wind to Obsidian Caves to return home. That's pretty cool, and also it combos with Naginata. So opponent attacks, you have a character in with a Naginata on, you trigger Obsidian Caves, send summon a character, and you can trigger Naginata on the send home to bow the remaining character. Pretty cool. Might see this in GPO. Yeah, I'm gonna try this in GPO for sure. A movement deck. Could see some play in Seeker of Earth maybe. I do have a Seeker of Earth East Wind deck as well, so might try it out there as well. But it does run Naginata as well, so yeah, I'm gonna try that. Looks like an alright province. And yeah, beautiful art. It's by Jeremy Moran. And I'm starting to see a pattern here from the characters here, which I will go into soon. After I review all the cards, I will have a general discussion of what I think about the overall design so far. It's a spoiler, it's gonna be positive. Next up is Phoenix, and Phoenix get Firebrand. You don't usually get such short names in L5R. Usually like Firebrand of or Mysterious Firebrand or whatever, but just Firebrand. Short and sweet. It's a 2-cost, lots of 2-costers here. Yep. So Firebrand is a 3/1/1 Regenia Fire. With action, return a fire ring from your claimed ring pool to the unclaimed ring pool. Solve the fire ring's effect. So another piece to the Fire Regenia puzzle, which is like, it feels like Phoenix main theme deck outside of basically Shigenya good stuff. But the other cool thing is that it works with Twin Soul Temple, so you can mix and match the rings. Like you can return your fire ring to resolve an earth ring, or you can return your earth ring to resolve a fire ring, or whatever. And the stats are also quite decent. Only 1 glory, so won't be an insane beat stick by itself, using its own ability. But the Phoenix don't really need a huge stats on their characters. If you play the classic Kyudenisawa Supernatural Storm, fill your board with small Shigenyas and then go bang. Supernatural Storm +5. This could definitely see play both in Twin Soul Temple and in Kyudenisawa, I think. And of course in the fire deck with a ton of fire, going huge flames swoosh. Yes, that's how we play L5R. Big flame swoosh. Right, let's see what the spoiler text here says. We can all hope that some responsible Shiba will be around to honor their oaths. Keep an eye on their charges. Steering them away from dark paths. Ooh. So we might see some heresy. Or some control of heresy. Excited to see what Phoenix will bring. Next up is our first event. So quite a mix of cards here. Palm Strike is a dragon event. Oh, what was the influence on... Oh yeah, it was neutral, yeah, so no influence. Sorry. Palm Strike is a 0-cost dragon event. It's Iho and water. More monk goodness. It has 3 influence. And it has conflict action. Choose a participating monk character with no weapon attachments you control. Participating monk character you control with no weapon attachment. Oh. And choose a participating character with no attachments. Weapon attachments controlled by the opponent. So that opponent's character. If your monk is tattooed, that character cannot be ready until the end of the conflict. So what I'm reading here is good low kick, basically. Well, Maybe, maybe. So it plays around the idea that monks don't fight with weapons, and they are OP when you fight them without weapons as well. You don't want to go fist fighting with a dragon monk for sure. So yeah, fixed low kick, high kick, high kick, high kick. Yeah, low kick is the Pokemon attack. High kick is an old event. Yeah, even a keyhole. That old. If your monk is tattooed, that character can be ready until end of conflict. That's nice. That also means that Phoenix monks are probably not going to be super interested in this card. So the 3 influence, the minus clause on this 2 clause. Could maybe see a one-off in Phoenix monks. And it also doesn't work with Keeper Initiates and the neutral monks. At least this extra clause doesn't. But the bow still does, and the 0 cost bow is very powerful. See what they say here, if I missed anything. Freeze dragon monks from tall strategies. Yeah, because you can't play a bunch of weapons on your monk. Can't really use it with a tower, generally. And what weapons are played in the meta right now? Unicorn plays a bunch of weapons that they will probably play the most. And then not all clans play Fine Katana, right? Frame play Fine Katana, I hope. Phoenix maybe. Crab maybe. Scorpion no. Depending on the... No, Scorpion don't play Fine Katana. Tessen is a weapon, right? Yeah, Tessen is a weapon, so that's... and that's a tough one to get through. I guess you have let go and disarm. Is Tessen a weapon? I'm fairly sure. Elegant. Tessen. Tessen. Yeah, it's a weapon. Okay. Yeah, this will definitely see play in the monk deck for sure. Maybe not as a 3-off, but well, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Like, not all clans decks play Fine Katana and other weapons. Tessen is the most common, I guess. Maybe a 2-off. Could be some arguments for a 3-off, but still, that weapon clause is going to be interesting to see how bad of a restriction that is. And I guess if you fear a 0 cost event, play Tessen and Fine Katana. Fine Katana is a good card by itself, so play Fine Katana, please. I don't think we need to be super scared of this card. Play Fine Katana and Elegant Tessen and you'll be fine. Make the dragon opponent use let go and you win the conflict anyways, because they didn't let go your bigger attachments. Yeah, looks good. Nice card. Next card is Sneak Attack, and this one is interesting. Scorpion 0 cost event. It's a tactic for those Lion Commander Scorpion splashes. Reaction. After conflict begins, where you are the attacker, lose 1 honor, reveal 2 random cards in the defender's hand. You have the first action opportunity in this conflict. 2 influence. Conflict event. Lose 1 honor, and you get to look at 2 cards, and you have the first action opportunity. Looking at 2 random cards has historically not been super awesome looking at the dragon cards, although this could be part of a Scorpion Splash for some Dragon Core tier deck with the reveal, when you reveal your opponent's hand stuff. I don't remember the names of the cards, but the two costers that either honor or you get to look at two cards. Yeah, could maybe be used for that. They also talk about, yeah, Stand Instinct. They talk about Bayushi Aramoro and Silent Enforcer and Bayushi Saboteur. So Aramoro, so it makes the Seven Stings Keep attack even more scary, I guess, with Aramoro and this getting the first action opportunity. But from my experience, having played ever since Child of the Plains was released, and before that, getting the first action opportunity is quite rarely relevant. Maybe it's different for Scorpion, but it's usually the amount of value you get for putting this card in compared to another card, like you have to cut something to play Sneak Attack, and you have to cut something to play Child of the Plains. Get that first action opportunity. And it's gonna be interesting to see what the cuts are gonna be for Sneak Attack. Awesome power Shiryogo. Shiryogo is Shiryogo during a conflict, isn't that all phase? Yeah, it is all phase. Yeah, gonna be interesting to see how powerful this is. I'm gonna guess a one-off maybe in some Seven Stings Keeps decks. Losing an honor is always an issue. A cost. Always a big word, but yeah. First action opportunity. Sounds good. Very hard in practice from my experience. But we'll see. And before we forget, there's another clan in town. The Otter clan also get their addition to their deck, I guess. We have Otter Fisherman, a 0-cost neutral dynasty character with dash 0-1. There's Otter Clan Merchant and Peasant. So Merchant, it combos with Traveling Tinkerer in Unicorn. Pretty cool. If you want to attach attachments to a 0-cost character, go for it. Immune to creature card effects. Immune to Reclusive Sokujin. Immune to... what other creatures do we have? I guess there's some Nezumi with Covert. Yeah, good for Shirokitsuki. Hi, Havoc. This one, yeah, I talked about that. The Dragon Courtier reveal cards deck. And they usually play Scorpion Splash, so probably we'll see some play there. But now we're on Otter Fisherman. Reaction. After you claim the Water Ring, your opponent must select one. Your opponent must select. Gain 1 fate, draw 1 card, gain 1 honor. Okay. Zero cost characters are really hard to evaluate. Usually, best thing about zero cost characters is that they can you can quite cheaply commit to conflicts. Like you can poke with a zero cost character, or you can defend to prevent an unopposed honor loss, or just have a character in conflict. A classic example is attacking with a zero cost character and threatening Banzai to break a 4 strength province. Otter Fisherman can't do that with a dash. No worries, you are so welcome, Havoc. of the Fisherman can, however, threaten political conflicts with poke and court games, which is pretty cool. Going up to 1 honor, 1 strength, political strength. So it usually warrants a defense. And the reaction, gain 1 fate, draw 1 card, gain 1 honor. I could maybe see this getting played in, I don't know. After you claim the watering, that's quite a restriction. Not after anyone claims it. You have to win the watering or play of power, cheat it. Or the Phoenix event where you steal the ring. The new one. Yeah, the new Phoenix event where you steal the ring. There are a couple of ways to claim the watering. And I think the most common choice is gonna be, yeah, 1 honor. Yeah, I agree, Havoc. But I don't think it makes sense for honors, because if you play this, you're playing a card that doesn't give you honor, because your opponent is not gonna choose honor for you. You're gonna choose a fate, generally, because the cards give you honor, and the honor gives you honor, and the fate maybe gives you honor, so I think we could see this in Dishonored decks, maybe. Either Dishonored decks or Control decks, or as a deterrent for Dishonor. Picture this, you're playing as Scorpion, Dishonor, whatever, and your opponent is hogging the air ring all the time, and the firing, you can't win those rings. Here you get the third option. You can get the watering to force your opponent to either give you fate and cards, usually fate, I guess. I think, or if you play this in honor or against dishonor, you're gonna get fate. Play this in any other scenario, you're gonna get honor usually, I think. Where does this see play? I could maybe try it out in Hiroshino Swarm, but the dash military kind of hurts. Immune to creature card effects. It can't be eaten by whale. Are we seeing an unban of the whale, like a Kojira? That's a creature, right? Yeah, exactly, Casey. So, interesting to see where this is played. Zero cost characters are always good, just by the merit of being able to cheaply poke and stop unopposed. That's it, looks like. There are 7 great clans, plus the Otter, the Mantis. Are Mantis getting new cards? And Ronin. Interesting. Yeah, that's a good point, Carolina. The symbol here makes it a bit more useful in Twin Soul Tempo. But still, you're using your stronghold to gain a fate. Makes it an 8 fate strong. I mean, it's fine with the not malleability, the adaptability. You know what I mean? Of Twin Soul Temple, you can use it wherever you want, anytime. It's not gonna be the strongest choice, usually, but getting a fate, quite alright. Comparing it to Myoko's Song Rain, which is essentially a 9 fate stronghold sometimes. Yeah, not a 3-off in any deck, I hope, but could see some play. Alright, that's all 9 cards, and the main theme I see here is small characters matter, and conflict declaration matters, and screw towers. I guess the main theme is 3 themes? Something like that. At turns where I cannot use TST, so it can be final words in early. Yeah, and that deck is also quite fate hungry, I'd assume, so just having a character for free on the board could be nice as well. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so what I'm seeing here is something that Thirst Towers, we have Obsidian Caves, have Palm Strike, and it feels like it's leaning towards style of play that I personally like, which is where you have where characters die, where the fate system matters, where what you commit to a conflict matters, and you have a bunch of different choices. Like Bloodthirsty Onryo, you can play it as a 2-cost 3/3 if you need to. It's a choice. You can also save it for a turn and play a cheap, aggressive character, use that character, sacrifice it, and you get a new one. You get tempo. Same with Relentless Glory Seeker, another character you don't want to put fate on. You want to go tempo. Jealous Ancestors stops towers, because you're going to put this on a tower, and it stops the one of the symptoms of Imperial play, which is drawing a million cards. And also being a bit versatile. It's not like Curse of Misfortune, which is a very, very silvery bullet. Jealous Ancestor is a silver bullet with an upside, being a character. Quite a strong character. Storm from Sukaku is I don't know. It's another card. It sees the same difficult choice pattern it in this card as well, making you have to think more about how you go through with your attacks. Maybe we're gonna see a pattern where, maybe we're gonna learn the pattern of how we play around this, like always attacking the holding. But that means that you will have to commit more to break, usually, because the holding has a holding strength. I'm meaning another holding, like a Kakita Dojo or something. That also becomes something you have to keep in mind. Very interesting. Yeah, exactly, Medalla. It becomes a difficult choice for both players. For Crane in deck building and in what holdings they can sacrifice. And for the opponent, of course, are you gonna swing into the storm, or are you gonna try to force your opponent to discard their own holdings? But discard your own holdings also means that you usually can use the holding before you discard it. Hopefully. Interesting card. Keep a lookout for this one. Obsidian Caves. Cool to see the landing spots. And I'm gonna definitely try this out with Naginata, with the Sendhound clause, and in both in GPO and in Eastwind. I have a feeling it's not gonna stay, but could do some cheeky plays. Maybe something like thinking the Honest Challenger, harpooning a character, Naginata, swoosh. Opponent sends home a character, sends home the... I don't know. But could do some shenanigans with this. Oh, I'm trying to think now of a I decide which characters get into which conflict. Like with Unicorn movement, you kind of decide what characters you yourself want in the conflict. But with Obsidian Caves and like other Harpoon characters like Honest Challenger and Moto Attic, you can start like controlling the way your opponent commits to conflicts as well. I wonder if there's some space there for a deck. I decide who you attack with. Think. Yeah, Cortis and Caves could be is what I thought it was. Well, opponent's choice. Yeah, it's a unicorn card after all. The harsh restrictions are still there. I don't think it would have been the strongest Earth province in the game if it didn't have the opponent's choice clause, but it would have been quite powerful. I think this is okay. I'll have to see. The Firebrand doesn't really fit the theme that I was thinking of, with like cards attacking matters, committing to many characters to the board is important. But it doesn't like give you that Fantasy Flight dread of what did they think of when they made this card. This card makes sense. It looks decently statted. It looks decently powerful. Yeah, so a step in the right direction. Which is, I mean, all credit to the design team. It's not hard to beat FFG's designs usually, but good so far. And then we have the Pawn Strike, which is probably one of my favorite cards from the set of these spoilers, and because it so clearly states that small characters matter. You have to play more characters, which means that you spread yourself out, which means that you need to manage your fate more clearly. When you play tower, you play your tower with 3 fate on, and that's your game plan. With more characters, there's more variables to think about. Do you read the board state that you can push out 3 characters with 1 fate each, or are you gonna go conservative and play a 2-coster with 2 fate or 3 fate? Yeah, Firebrand is maybe an honor running card. Turn the firing, get the airing, or yeah. Could see some TST honor running. Yeah, but I think okay, so Pawn Strike better than Void Fist. I'm not sure. Like, we still have the staples, Fine Katana and Tessan. And they are everywhere. They should be everywhere. People aren't playing Fine Katana enough, in my opinion. Except for Unicorns, because we have better Fine Katana in Scarlet Saber. So I think this is this card you have to, like, you take 4 Pawn Strike by playing good cards, like Tessan and Fine Katana. I think it's fine, and as I said, like, if they let go your Tessan or Fine Katana, that's fine, because you have better attachments, hopefully. Like, locking shouldn't be free, really. Locking as in you can't be readied. I'm not sure what you mean, Dario. Medallia, sorry. You mean locking as in can't be readied? Because I'm okay, yeah. I'm totally fine with this. Screw towers. I'm totally finished with tower play. I say as I play a semi-tower deck in the Clan Rivals tournament. Oops. But Zero cost bow is powerful, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think it's it's gonna be good. I mean, it's not a bad card. I'm not saying it's a bad card. I'm saying it's a very strong card. But I don't think it's stronger than Void Fist. But we'll see. I can probably be wrong about this. I'm a little sad about the 3 influence and the 2 claws. It hurts Phoenix Monks a bit. I guess it's just another thing that the Phoenix players can whine about. Issue with anti-tower cards is often mid-range suffer hard standard tower. Specialist towers usually have weapons anyway. Makes sense. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe. Yeah. Counterplay. I found a solution. You play Fine Catania on your opponent's monk. Done. 0 out of 10. Worst card ever. Easiest counterplay. Or for Phoenix, play Katana of Fire on your opponent's monk to stop them from pawn striking you, so they void fist you instead. Yeah, play Fine Katana, and we'll see what happens. Don't whine about this card if you don't play weapons yourself. If it proves to be too powerful even with weapons around, and even if you put weapons on your opponent's monk, yeah, then might prove too strong. Yeah, well, it's an interesting card, for sure. The spicy one in this pack. Am I missing anything else? Are any of the other cards quite spicy? I missed the honor thing with the firebrand that you get double firing. It's good for honor running decks and also for glory decks. Not just Shigenya good stuff. It looks like you can see play quite widely in Phoenix. Yeah, when it's fan isn't a weapon, because you don't hit people with fans, only if they have blades on them. Then they're called peasants, and even. Alright, let's do some experiment. Let's see what weapons we have. Can I do it like this? Yeah, awesome. Kind of. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so Unicorn are safe, because we have Curblade and Scarlet Saber. Dragon have Daishio, maybe? Blade of 10,000 Battles has been seen playing some tower decks, but risky with Let Go. Grab, don't have, Shikara, Dochishari. Sorry, Eric. We have Naginata. Dragon also has Fang, maybe? Fang? Lesson, of course, Fang Katana. Tachi doesn't see play. Honor Blade sees some fringe play. Santo, I don't even remember what this is. It's that one. Kikita Blade, Kamiyari, Daisho's Band, Naginata, as we said. We have 3 weapons so far. Pathfinder's Blade, good splash, of course, always. And we could see Seeker Void, Krabbits. Peacemakers doesn't see play, Heirloom doesn't see play, Tsuruhashi. Oh. Yori, Shukujo, Sturdy Tetsubo, Twin Sister Blade, see some play. Tetsubo, no. A ton of fire is gonna see fire play. We have some of Tetsubo Blood, of course. Barcha, I play Barcha, spoiler. So Unicorn have 4 weapons that we can use. Sort by cost. Yeah. Blade of Chaos. Take another action. We found the solution. Just splash Time for War. Easy. This was all planned to make Crane play Eric's card. Yeah. The long con. Oh. I didn't even read the text. Yeah, when your bid is lower than an opponent's, each character the opponent controls uses covert. Nope. Dragon Unicorn are most safe against this. Yeah, that feels like the takeaway here. Arms. Your Honored Catchgo gets bowed by Mendicant. I mean, that's kind of fair, right? As much pain and suffering that Catchgo has given us. Why not? Why not? Monks have never been trouble in L5R, right? They've never been top meta. So Fine Katana stocks are rising. I mean, and you also have the Jealous Ancestor here to combat the dragon deck. Not exactly against Palm Strike, but against the card draw engine, which they definitely need. If it card really need more restriction, I think for a card that bounce anyone regards constant type of stats. Yeah. But still, the counterplay is play good cards. So I'm not saying it's a 0 out of 5. I'm saying it's a 4 out of 5. Or a 9 out of 10. Maybe restricted worthy, but not ban worthy, I don't think. $9.5. Best I can do is 9.2. I'm not 100% with you here. I'm seeing the argument, yeah, sure. But play Fine Katana and Elegantessen. You are already playing Elegantessen. 9.3 and a happy order? Deal. Okay. like, what are they bowing? They're bowing either a bad character that doesn't have the weapon. Like, you're protecting your biggest character with the weapon, which makes your character even bigger, which protects it against Void Fist. And also we have isn't formed by monks, so you can dragon tattoo it. Yeah. Oh shit. Where did it go? Let's choose, right? Yeah. It works with dragon tattoo. Oh shit. Boom boom. Even if I play katana, they get a free bow or bad character worst case. Yeah, but that is what we call a unicorn card. We have this card. Recognize this? No? Thought so. This is opponent bowing the worst character. And again, I'm not saying it is as bad as flank the enemy. It is still a strong card, yes. But making your opponent bow your worst character in the conflict is eh. Unlike pawn strike that your opponent choose bow, it's still be strong. Probably. Another good thing that we have seen though is in Emerald Legacy's defense is that they have been quite swift with patches, and since we don't really print, since they don't really print in the same way that FFG did, they can do patches. Like we saw with Shinju Atagi, which was apparently too broken with the Night Raid, I discard 19 cards from your hand. Ooh, why is that too powerful? Kidding. So maybe we might see a change here, if it proves to be too strong. But we'll see. Given this Uniclass, and it still sees more playing than the Unicards with Uniclass? Yes. Absolutely. And I'm not salty about it, because I played this game for closer to 5 years now, so I'm used to it. Okay, so let's do a quick roundup. Best card, and worst card, and favorite card. You see what not neutral. I kind of like Baka Kujira, but I like big dumb stuff. I'm a Timmy player in Magic, so. Alright, but let's round this up. Go soon. Best card, and most spicy card, Palm Strike. Obviously, judging by the discussion. Worst card, leaning between these two. Sneak Attack and Otter Fisherman. Let's just roll through here. Probably Sneak Attack is the most niche one. Best card, Otter. Yeah, I can't say that Otter card is worst because of Otters. Sneak Attack is probably... I'm not gonna say it's bad. It probably is bad, but it's the most niche. Like, I see first action opportunity and I see blank text. I see first action pass, generally. Like, with Unicorn, the classic example was that you would attack into an action province with Child of the Plains and then play Chinju Ambusher before they could use the action on the province, which is a fine combo. And I guess the first action opportunity is harder to get with the child because you don't know what you're attacking into, but with this you might. So I'm saying it's stronger than Child of the Plains. That's my grade for sneak attack. It's stronger than Child of the Plains out of 5. Take that as you will. Favorite card? I kind of like Storm for Sakaku, just how wild it is. Pun intended. I think this could see some interesting. Like, I would like to stream a game with Storm from Sakaku, just to kind of discuss the plays that would happen here, and like try to think how the players think around this. That would be really cool. Sneak, Fate Worse than Death, Laugh. Yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to. Or you could just let your opponent play a Banzai first and then you Fate Worse than Death. Yeah, Storm from Sakaku is cool. I kind of like Jealous Ancestor as well. I think this is very good. Should see play as a tech card. Druid is fine. Glory Seeker is fine, probably on the lower end. Unicorn card is Unicorn card. Trixie, and it made my mind think of a weird control what characters your opponent gets into the conflict deck. Firebrand looks like it's very versatile, could see it play in many decks. And the otter is an otter. An otter card. Artist Ishtir. Like the variety in the art. They really built up a lot of different artists here. And Ishtir with the more watercolor. I'm guessing it's still made digital. No, it kind of looks like hand drawn, hand painted. Maybe, I can't quite tell. And Tulsa with the nice building here. I think this style fits Tulsa quite well. So more of this, please. Korvar with the 3D art, very nice. Action pose. Norel has another nice card with the kind of like, I think it does like, it takes like photos and kind of does some editing, make it look more artsy. And Jeremy, sorry, of course, awesome with this beautiful piece here. It is playmat worthy, as with most of Moran's pieces. Again, Jeremy Moran with the spirits, very clear and nice colors. Carlos Diaz, the newest artist, also very cool, classic L5R artist. And Moran again with the Mario. Moran again, very ubiquitous here. Sneak attack is only half the art. Interesting. Overall, I think since you're here, Siri, looks like really cool cards. Excited to see them in play, and excited to see more of it. For sure. Hidden caves. If we get more movement stuff or more controlling your opponent's characters with Unicorn in this set, I'm definitely building that deck. I'll keep a lookout for those pieces. Alright, I think that's gonna be it. The music has died, the YouTube video has ended. So I guess we're well over an hour now. and I will see you tomorrow, because I'm playing my Clan Rivals tomorrow. No time yet, but I will be streaming that game. I hope to see you there sometime. Sometime in the afternoon, European time. See me struggling with remembering how L5R works. I've played a couple of games, maybe 10-15 games since I returned. Yeah, the quality is not what it used to be. But that means maybe more entertainment. Alright, I'm gonna head off now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and keep the discussion going in the Discord. And I'll see you tomorrow.